everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you the liquid to powder ratio in terms of getting like the perfect bead every time when you're doing acrylic. I've been asked this a lot. I have a tutorial on my Instagram, but a lot of people were asking me for a more full video just to kind of really get the hit on it. So I'm going to be doing that today. So if you want to see how to get the perfect liquid to powder ratio every time with acrylic, then just keep on watching. If you're starting off, a lot of people like to start with a size 8, so that's what I'm going to be doing today just to kind of make it easier, and so like your beads will probably look a lot closer to mine than if I was using a size 12. Now we're going to get right into the beading of everything. So first and foremost, how much liquid to keep in your brush. So you're going to press it once lightly for like half a second, so 1, just like that. Then the angle of the brush that you just pressed, you pressed this side onto the dampen dish. You want to turn it around to 180. So now this is the side that you press into the dampen dish. You can see like how flat it is now on one side, and then it's kind of like there's like a belly on it. So that's what you want. You want your belly to be facing downward. So whenever you press it into your powder, the liquid is in the powder, not the dry side, you know? But take that and you want to press it into your acrylic on a 45-degree angle. You want to press it 1, 2, 3, 45-degree angle. So this is what our bead looks like. And this is our large bead. So next we're gonna do a medium bead. So you wanna do the same thing, press your brush into the dampen dish, get all the bubbles out. Then whenever you're ready to pat, you wanna press 1, 2, both half a second. And then you flip it 180 degrees. You wanna press twice into the powder as well. So you wanna press 1 and 2. So now this is your medium bead. So lastly, we're gonna do our small bead. So you're gonna take your brush again, you're gonna dip it into the dampen dish, press out all your bubbles, then you're gonna press it 3 times on the side of the dampen dish. So you wanna go 1, 2, 3. So now we have our brush, turn it 180 degrees, make sure that the flat end that we patted on the dampen dish is facing upward and the belly is facing downward. We're gonna press it only once into the powder, okay? So ready, set, we're gonna press, and go. So there we have our small bead. She's so tiny. But it's nice because you're able to really kind of compare your sizes, and you'll really be able to see it firsthand, like how the liquid and the powder ratios like really affect what sizes you're gonna get. So these are your average beads for regular general application of acrylic. If ever you wanted to do like an encapsulation bead, which is a little more liquidy because you're like encapsulating, you want it to seep into all those places on the nail that you're trying to fill in. You want it to be a tiny bit more watery, so you want to make sure that there's a little bit more liquid in there. And you'll be using clear for an encapsulation, so you really want to make sure that there's no bubbles in your brush, because clear you can really clearly see the bubbles like within it. So you want to make sure that all the bubbles are out of your brush, otherwise it could impact the clarity of your clear acrylic for your encapsulation, and you don't want that. You want it to seem like very glass-like, right? Bruh. So you want to make sure all of your bubbles are pressed out of your brush. We're going to do a medium encapsulation bead, okay? So usually it's 2-2, so 2 taps in the liquid and 2 taps in the powder. So this time we're going to do 1 tap of the liquid and 2 taps in the powder. So this is what that looks like. I didn't do it with clear, I did it with the same pink. So this one's pretty big, but you'll notice automatically how much runnier it is. So it'll probably not keep a very circular shape. It's gonna disperse a little more whenever you put it down on your surface, but that's what you want. You want it to, this bead is supposed to be a little runnier. So whenever you're doing encapsulation, you can angle the client's nail a little more down, and you're putting on the encapsulation bead, and it'll kind of like fill in those spaces for you because it's a little runnier, which is really great. So finally, we're gonna talk about the cuticle bead, which is a little more of a drier bead because you don't want it to flood the cuticle, right? Or you can also use a drier bead. For example, if you've done your nail and there's a little bit of a divot or a place that's like missing in your acrylic that you need to fill in, you want a more controlled bead that's going to stay where you're putting it, and then you're going to move it where you want it. So that's a bit of a drier bead. So very good for controlled beads in a location or your cuticle bead. So once again, take out the bubbles in your brush, and I'm going to do a medium bead again for this one. It's just a little easier. So now you're gonna do 3 taps, 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna put it in your powder twice, 1, 2. So this is what she's looking like right here. So this one might have a little more trouble coming off of your brush onto the paper because it is a little drier, so it's not ready to come off. So you can leave it on your brush a little longer to let it polymerize a little bit. But so this one is gonna really hold that shape when you put it down on your paper or whatever medium you're putting it on, and you'll be able to visibly see that. So these are the basics of liquid to powder ratio. This is basically like the formula that you'll need. So I'll put it right here just so you have it for the liquid to powder ratio. So you have your small bead, which is 3 daps in the liquid and 1 dap in the powder. You have your medium bead, which is 2 taps in the liquid and 2 taps in the powder. And then you have your large bead, which is 1 tap in the liquid and 3 dips in the powder. This is like your formula of life right here. If you follow this, and you really get the practice of how you're gonna dap your brush onto the powder and how you're gonna tap the liquid out of it in the dapping dish, like this is foolproof for you. So this is all you need. Whenever I teach my courses, this is exactly how I teach for the liquid to powder ratio, and it's pretty self-explanatory as long as you're making sure to press it at a 45-degree angle and you know exactly like how hard to press and stuff like that. That comes with practice. Eventually you're gonna compare your beads to my beads and you'll be like, okay, yeah, like I'm getting the hang of it now, and you'll be able to really dive into that knowledge, which is great. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this about the basics and how to get your nail game super strong right from the start, let me know down below and I can create any kind of video that you want to see in pertinence to this kind of thing. Definitely let me know. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more from me, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye!